Man is an extraordinary creature, and by man I'm meaning the whole of humanity, male and female, young and old, people of every culture, nation and tribe. An extraordinary creature, capable of breathtakingly beautiful works of art and mind-boggling and amazing feats of engineering, organization and civilization, and yet also capable of the most horrifying acts of brutal cruelty and oppression. How can this be? How do we understand this? Two answers, two words: creation and fall. In Genesis chapter 1 we read that God said, "Let us make man in our own image." And thus he did, creating man, male and female, in his own image. And that explains the glory of man. Man is a God-like creature, capable of extraordinary creativity, intelligence, communication, organization, with tremendous powers. This is the God-like status of human beings. And then in Genesis 6, we read, God saw that the wickedness of man was very great, and that every intention of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. What happened? What happened to this glorious creature made in God's image? He fell. How? There in the garden, God said to Adam and Eve, "You may eat of anything you want, but do not eat of the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, otherwise you die." Sometime later, the devil came in the form of the serpent with an innocent question: "Has God said you may not eat of any tree?" And Eve responded correctly, "We may eat of any tree except that tree, otherwise we die." And then the devil came with a lie: "You shall not die. God knows that when you eat of that fruit, your eyes will be opened and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." So what would they do? Would they believe the lie of the devil or the truth of God? Tragically, they chose to believe the lie of the devil, and thus fell into sin and slavery to the devil, banished from the garden under the judgment and wrath of God. Tragic fall and situation. Paul summed up the human condition in his letter to the Romans when he said, "There is not one righteous, not one. All have turned astray. There's no understanding. No one seeks after God. No one does good, not even one." That is the hopeless and tragic situation of mankind as a result of the fall, in a deep pit of depravity, unable to rescue himself. And no other sinful human being can rescue him either, as they are in the same pit. Unless God has mercy upon him, his situation is utterly hopeless. This is the explanation of the glory and the tragedy of man, made in God's image, like God, fallen through sin into slavery to the devil. But thank God for the second Adam, who to the rescue came. May God bless you.